Good evening. Welcome to Meta News Business. I am El Blanco. This is the Blanco's business segment. And tonight, we're going to extend our conversation once again with Meta News's our efforts to get the participating members and the users of Horizon Worlds to focus on continuation of bringing more attention to Horizon Worlds, to bring in more of our relatives and more people, because we need more people uh, to come into Horizon Worlds so Horizon Worlds can remain successful in this stage that we're in right now called the beta stage. We also want Horizon Worlds to remain successful in their ability to gain market share because of our usage and all the different things that come along with people taking an interest in investing in this particular platform that we're in called Horizon Worlds. And we think that because of the experiences that we have here, we have as individuals and these relationships that we built, we think that this is probably one of the best platforms to be on from the interactions along. And therefore, if we can create relationships and create partnerships that we've been experiencing thus far and create worlds like this to even bring you a quality segment to give you news just like you would see the major news outlets. So at Meta News, we want to assist Horizon Worlds by bringing quality content and bringing realistic bills, so we can create realistic experiences in doing things in Horizon, and as well as helping other people who have business ideas or if they have creative ideas. And that's why even this studio has a second studio and where we actually do the business buzz on the next builder, the next creator, and so forth. So these things that we're doing, we're actually building each other and we're building our own network. Well, net worth and network, because your network is your net worth and vice versa. I'm sure some of you guys have heard that. So at this point, I want to share with all the content creators, people who have worlds, who have podcasts, who have shows. This is real content that we're creating. This is real talent in here. These are real business minds, real strategical people who have real good strategies. So when you're creating content as Meta News, like when you go to the YouTube channel, you can watch all of our shows. You can watch all the different shows we're doing. Um, we think that everyone that's creating content need to understand the value of this content. This content is something that can be viewed years to come by many people over time. This content can be used to get syndicated. And for those who don't know what syndication is, you have radio stations that may start out as small radio stations, and then they build up enough notoriety, and then they get that contract to be on all these different channels streamed all over these different cable networks. Well, they're doing the same thing now with streaming online. Different streaming, got different streaming platforms. They're going to continue to come. It's going to be many, many, many opportunities for many different types of streaming content. And the thing is, you would want to build your content and make your content quality enough to actually get on one of those platforms, because those are the platforms that pay, because those platforms have the content that are performing and people are watching. Therefore, the investors will invest in that, and people advertise, and all those advertising dollars goes into paying, you for your content. So, for those who don't really understand that, start looking into it. And then once you look into it and get an understanding of what you can do with this content and how far this content can take you to creating that good income. And For those who don't, just look at the people who's been out for the last 10, 20 years, just YouTubing it. And look at how they have live streams now where hundreds of people show up at one time, and they've expanded it into, you can give donations on the spot, super donations, and so forth. And these people are making very good money off their content. Well, the same here. It's just the virtual world, and the virtual world is being heavily invested into. Technology is being highly developed. They're always making efforts to expand and make it more realistic experiences. And they're already talking about augmented reality to go along with the virtual reality and so forth. So the tip that we're trying to, I guess, convey today, after saying all of that, is one thing you can do is once you make your content like this show is creating. This is content that will be created for Horizon World to help further Horizon World members and help the platform itself. You want to take your content, and once you put your content on, let's say your Instagram channels, or you put them on your YouTube channels, where now everyone who's aware of it or everyone that you've targeted to view it, um, they can go in and watch the show, and then they can comment. When people start taking an interest in commenting under each other, and the comments go on and on and on, then you're building your following, right? You're building your following, you're building your notoriety, and then you're getting a chance to see how people are feeling about your content, which goes in hand with helping you further develop your content. But what you want to do is, let's say, for instance, if you have people that's guests on your show, okay? So let's say you got 6 guests. Well, how about your 6 guests after the show is over with, when the show is finally posted? What about them going in and commenting and bringing their crowd to comment, to view it and comment? What about everybody using at least 10 hashtags a piece if you really want to get this thing viewed? Because this is just basic one-on-one search engine optimization, SEO. If you ever heard of that term, it's just basic SEO. Basically, when before people knew how to become successful on online, all you had to do was learn that, and your name or your company would come high up in the searches all the time, until everybody everybody got with it. And then once everybody got with it, then here come the major companies like Facebook and Google using bots and algorithms. Then then they're beating you to it. But anyway, you can do the same thing, because now you can get bots and you can run algorithms. So, but anyway, we just wanted to share that with you tonight. We're constantly trying to with our efforts to make sure that we have these experiences, we have these opportunities, and we're creating these opportunities. But at the same time, these opportunities go beyond the platform, because the platform itself is the opportunity to do things within and without. So therefore, we just want to bring that to you tonight for the business segment. We hope that if you watch this segment, that you share it to your friends, other friends. Just send a share to them through YouTube or through Instagram, and just make sure people are viewing these things and they're commenting, because what it's going to do is going to help every last one of us, because we do not want to see Horizon World not perform and end up like alt space. Horizon must perform even in beta stage, because that's what draws people to the place. When they see more and more people coming, they get to hear about more experiences. Because right now, when I look at content out there about Horizon World, it's all the competitors trying to work through the major outlets, because they're trying to outdo Mark Zuckerberg. It's just one of those, high end competition things. You see a lot of negative thoughts about, I went in there and I went in there for one day and I put it down. Well, no, they're not having the same experiences. They don't know the people to connect with. They haven't been connecting with the right people, because you know how it is. We're here constantly because we love it. It's a second home. So thank you for tuning in tonight. This is Meta News, premier source of news, Horizon World's premier source of news. And you can watch this always on the YouTube channel. You can watch it at Meta News for Horizon Worlds with an S. That's plural. And that's the YouTube channel. And you can also find Miss Rocks. She's behind it, behind the Meta News platform. And you can always contact Miss Rocks if you want to do any, if you want to make any appearances on any of the segments. We have many segments, and we have a segment for everybody. And what you're going to see more of, we had one of the younger members of Horizon. I don't know the age, young Chris Cox dot 50364, came out of nowhere here tonight on the set, listening to the set. Got an interest in Meta News. Him and his friends are looking, looking for something to do, and I guess they want to be career journalists or whatever. And they're here tonight, so I'm gonna give him a shout out because he's here. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll, always come to Horizons for the premiere, Horizon World's. Well, come to Meta News for Horizon World's premier news source. Good night.